polio. The very word once struck fear into the hearts of parents around the world. This debilitating disease, capable of causing paralysis and even death, cast a long shadow over the 20th century. Children were particularly vulnerable, their young lives forever altered by the virus's devastating effects. Polio knows no boundaries, affecting rich and poor, developed and developing countries alike. Its impact extends far beyond the individual, leaving families shattered and healthcare systems overwhelmed. The fight against polio is a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. This essay delves into the history of polio, exploring its impact on society and the relentless efforts to combat it. From the development of life-saving vaccines to the ongoing global eradication campaign, the story of polio is one of hope, determination, and the enduring power of scientific progress. Polio is caused by a highly contagious virus that invades the nervous system. It spreads through contact with infected feces or, less commonly, through droplets from an infected person's sneeze or cough. Most people infected with poliovirus experience mild flu-like symptoms such as fever, headache, and sore throat. However, in a small percentage of cases, the virus can attack the nerves that control movement, leading to paralysis. Paralysis caused by polio can affect any part of the body, but it most commonly affects the legs. In severe cases, it can affect the muscles that control breathing, requiring the use of an iron lung, a large machine that helps patients breathe. There is no cure for polio, but it is preventable through vaccination. The polio vaccine, first introduced in the 1950s, has been incredibly successful in reducing the incidence of the disease worldwide. For centuries, polio cast a long shadow over humanity. Ancient Egyptian artwork depicts individuals with withered limbs, suggesting that polio has plagued humankind for millennia. However, it wasn't until the late 19th and early 20th centuries that polio emerged as a major public health threat. Outbreaks became more frequent and severe, particularly in industrialized countries. The summer months became a time of dread, as children were most susceptible to the virus's grip. Swimming pools, playgrounds, and other gathering places became potential sources of infection, transforming everyday activities into potential hazards. The fear was palpable. Parents lived in constant anxiety, dreading the telltale signs of paralysis in their children. The emotional toll on families and communities was immeasurable. The mid-20th century witnessed an unprecedented mobilization of scientific resources to combat polio. Researchers around the world raced against time to develop a vaccine, driven by a shared sense of urgency and compassion. Two names emerged as pioneers in this global effort: Jonas Salk and Albert Sabin. In 1955, Jonas Salk introduced the inactivated poliovirus vaccine, IPV, a groundbreaking development that provided immunity against all three types of poliovirus. The Salk vaccine, administered through injection, marked a turning point in the fight against polio. Shortly after, Albert Sabin developed the oral poliovirus vaccine, OPV, which used a weakened form of the virus to stimulate immunity. The Sabin vaccine, administered orally, offered easier administration, particularly in developing countries. The development of these vaccines was a triumph of human ingenuity and collaboration. It marked a turning point in the fight against polio, paving the way for the eventual eradication of this dreaded disease. Section 5. A new era, the impact of the polio vaccine. The introduction of polio vaccines ushered in a new era of hope and optimism. Mass vaccination campaigns were launched worldwide, targeting children in particular. The impact was dramatic, polio cases plummeted, and the fear that had once gripped communities began to dissipate. In the United States, where polio had reached epidemic proportions, the number of cases fell from tens of thousands in the 1950s to less than 10 by 1979. Similar successes were seen in other parts of the world as vaccination efforts gained momentum. The eradication of polio became a realistic goal, and the World Health Organization launched the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in 1988. This ambitious program, involving governments, international organizations, and countless volunteers, aimed to make polio the second human disease after smallpox to be wiped from the face of the earth. Section 6. The fight continues polio in the 21st century. While polio has been eradicated in most parts of the world, it remains endemic in a few countries. As of 2025, wild polio virus is still circulating in Afghanistan and Pakistan. These countries face unique challenges, including political instability, limited access to healthcare, and misinformation about vaccines. The persistence of polio in these regions serves as a stark reminder that infectious diseases know no boundaries. As long as polio exists anywhere, it remains a threat everywhere. The global community must remain vigilant and committed to supporting vaccination efforts in these final strongholds of the virus. The fight against polio is a race against time. Every unvaccinated child represents a potential link in the chain of transmission, and even a single case of polio is a stark reminder of the virus's ability to re-emerge. Section 7. A world free from polio, a goal within reach? The dream of a world free from polio is within reach, but it requires unwavering commitment and global cooperation. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative has made remarkable progress, reducing the number of polio cases by over 99% since its launch. Despite these successes, challenges remain. Reaching every last child with the polio vaccine is a complex undertaking, particularly in remote and conflict-ridden areas. Maintaining high levels of immunity through routine immunization programs is crucial to preventing the virus's resurgence. The world has come too far to let polio regain a foothold. The final push towards eradication requires sustained funding, political will, and community engagement. A world free from polio is a world that is healthier, safer, and more equitable for all. Section 8. The importance of vaccination and continued vigilance. The story of polio underscores the transformative power of vaccines. Vaccines are one of the most effective public health interventions ever developed, saving millions of lives and preventing countless cases of disease. The polio vaccine in particular stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the importance of scientific progress. However, the success of vaccination programs relies on widespread acceptance and access. Misinformation and vaccine hesitancy pose serious threats to public health, undermining decades of progress in the fight against infectious diseases like polio. It is crucial to combat misinformation with accurate, evidence-based information about vaccines. Parents and caregivers must have access to reliable sources of information so they can make informed decisions about their children's health. Section 9. Looking ahead, a future without polio. As we look to the future, a world without polio is within our grasp. The tools and knowledge are available. What is needed now is unwavering commitment and global solidarity. The legacy of polio is a reminder of the devastating impact of infectious diseases and the importance of collective action in combating them. By supporting vaccination efforts, promoting accurate information, and strengthening healthcare systems, we can ensure that future generations never have to experience the fear and suffering that polio once inflicted upon the world. The eradication of polio would be a triumph for humanity, a testament to the power of science, collaboration, and the unwavering pursuit of a healthier and more equitable world for all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share for more.